Raducanu has achieved one of Britain's greatest sporting victories as the country's first female Grand Slam champion in 44 years. Her success could see her net a fortune of up to £100 million and even be honoured by the Queen. Our correspondent Nick Dixon's at Bromley Tennis Centre. It's where Emma trained until the pandemic hit. Good morning to you, Nick, and no doubt she's inspiring a great number of young players there because of what she's achieved.
Absolutely, Charlotte. She was a key member of the squad here at Bromley until she was 14 years old, and still, as you mentioned, up until the pandemic, coming here for knockabouts and training sessions up to 15 hours a week. And yeah, she's absolutely been inspiring some of the young players here. Let's just have a chat with this young lad here. Morning to you. So, Lewis, tell me, what have you taken from watching that match and Emma's performance?
Well, it's proved that you should never, ever give up. Keep on going. Just believe in your dreams.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We seem to be having difficulties with the sound there, speaking to Nick, but we'll try to go back to them later, because, I mean...
Give up.
How adorable.
Let's go back
that was the message that they were giving us.
Let's have a second serve here.
Can we kind of, you know, give some of the machinery a bit of a kick?
No, we can't.
It's not looking good at the moment, is it? We'll try tweaking things and hopefully we'll go back to them because, you know, it's a great message that she's inspired them and she's just done amazingly. It was electrifying, wasn't it, watching her?
What we will do is we'll stay with the tennis, because she says that she's prepared for life as a global superstar. She's ready for it. She's ready for that £1 billion, which some papers are predicting. Emma Raducanu achieved one of Britain's most amazing sporting victories at the country's first female Grand Slam champion in 44 years.
Joining us now from Surrey, former British #1, Andrew Castle. Well, it was hard to watch just at the beginning of the second set, Andrew Castle, because it just felt like the nerves, for both the players actually, the nerves just made a slight appearance and then she was just back on top again.
Yeah, congratulations to Lewis, by the way, for getting his answer absolutely spot on before the camera and the signal cut out. That was absolutely brilliant there. He did that superbly. I've been watching your programme for a while this morning. It's superb. Can I just say, for a start, the £1 million, I would take it in a oneer and take my chances with that. All the men have said exactly the same thing, and the women are saying that they'll take 10,000.
No, Charlotte's taking the $1 million.
No, Charlotte said she'd take
grabbing the money.
Yeah, I was going to go for the $1 million.
I beg your pardon, Charlotte. So, yes, you would invest your own money over 10 years, and I guarantee you she would probably make 4 by the time everyone else has made 10 too. Anyway, when it comes to sort of restructuring her life and doing her own sort of form of quantitative easing, there's a lot ahead for Emma Raducanu. I mean, she is going to have to put it won't be just her, various bits of her life in order now as she adjusts to this new status as the nation's darling. I mean, it is extraordinary. There's a beautiful picture on the front page of the Daily Mail with her kissing the trophy. There isn't a global company or a corporation out there, let alone a UK one, that doesn't want to be associated with her and her success. So I just wish her the very best of luck over the coming months and possibly year or two. There's that lovely picture as she adjusts to a new life. But it's not just her, it's everybody else around her as well, including Ian and Renee, her mum and dad, and all her friends as well, because a real dose of fame like this is really something that can alter a life and everybody's feelings around you. So that, I suppose, would be the next task that faces her. But you know, she's so refreshing. She said, "What are you gonna do?" She was asked afterwards, and just quick as anything, she just says, "I'm going to have some chocolate." You know, she's a normal young woman at the same time as being a global star, and Andrew, it's wonderful. She's sort of so touchable and so, you know, relatable.
Andrew, the question that I want to ask you as a tennis professional, an ex-tennis professional, it's the question I'm going to be asking every tennis professional that we speak to through the programme this morning, is this. What is her X factor? We know how dedicated she is. We know what an intelligent player she is and how super fit she is. We know all of those things, and we don't take them for granted. But she clearly has an X factor. You don't get through the American Open without dropping a set, without having some kind of magic spark. In your analysis, what is that X factor that makes her so special?
Well, I think Susanna touched on it because she was watching the final. I'm sure you were as well. Beginning of the second set, the time when you could panic, or even in the last game when she cut her knee, went 30-40 down, crowd booing, 23,000 of them, they're getting involved in it. But what did she do? She stayed in the moment. She stayed calm. She concentrated on the process, not the outcome, and just went ahead and delivered what she knew she had to do in order to give herself the best chance of achieving the result she wanted. That's clarity of thinking under great pressure. And it would be nice to think that some of our politicians got it right just like that the whole time. She is a very high-level performer. And what's magical about it, and where the X factor comes in, is that she's got no experience of doing it before. This is what makes it remarkable. She should have panicked many, many matches ago, but she didn't. She went ahead and won. And that's why, for me, she is so different.
I thought that line in the middle of what you said there summed it up. She focuses on the process, not the outcome. She doesn't allow herself to be... Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting analysis.
Look after what you can look after and what your opponents are doing. And incidentally, Leila Fernandez was brilliant the other day as well, and so was her speech. You can only concentrate on what you can concentrate on and affect what you can affect. It's a bit like climate change. And Laura, what a great job she's doing in Svalbard. You know, she's just saying, well, because we all feel a bit hopeless, don't we? Yeah. But if we just concentrate on what we want to do, then hopefully others will do the same and we all make a difference together. So for many reasons, she is very impressive, Emma as well as Laura.
Well said, Andrew. Process, not outcome. Do the work. Just got to do the work, one foot in front of the other, and then the outcome will take care of itself. It's a really important message, and she absolutely embodies it. You mentioned the Daily Mail, Andrew. It's not just the front page. I think they've done most of the Daily Mail is on...
I see it's a souvenir edition. I mean, how big a deal is Emma Raducanu going to be? It's quite extraordinary. I was very struck by the sort of the souvenir edition, almost like, you know, there's been a royal wedding or something. Yeah. She is embraced by the nation, and she's a great girl too, and so on.
Andrew, lovely to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Every newspaper this morning is the Daily Raducanu, isn't it? Every paper.
And she deserves it.